Manchester United 2, Southampton 2. Kojo, bro, talk to you. 90 seconds away from top three, bro. 90 seconds.
Uh, I don't even know where to start. The defending for the equalizer from a certain club captain is really starting to just get on my nerves right now. I've watched it over and over again. I've said it to you.
I've not seen their goal properly in detail, so I don't know who was it. Maguire lost the first header.
When you see it, I don't know how you're gonna react, but I've watched it a couple of times and I am fuming. I'm absolutely fuming. It's appalling. He's not even almost. He's tried to help Wan-Bissaka double on a player that Wan-Bissaka had control of anyway. And where he was, the ball's coming towards him. Like you can see the ball's coming towards you where you're going, you know. Obviously, I can get onto Lindelof for his positioning in terms of being next to Obafemi. By the end of the day, Maguire should be dealing with that first and foremost. That's coming straight to you. Like he's gone out of the way. Like he's just gone. I find it annoying because I don't want to just blame him for the draw because everyone else was quite poor apart from maybe Martial or Rashford.
I was gonna ask you. Obviously, it's quite clear you're clearly upset regarding the equalizer, and rightfully so. Just to add to that, but let's talk about the overall performance because for me personally, and I know this isn't going to be a popular opinion, but we didn't deserve to win that game at all. I'm not sitting here saying I'm happy with drawing, obviously not. But what I'm saying is, I'm not as pissed off with the equalizer. I'm more pissed off with the overall performance because it wasn't good enough. And even like the last two games, I said to you guys, the first 20 minutes of the last two games we've been shit. This game was the entire game practically, bar a 5-minute spell we've scored 2 goals. Like, what do you put that down to? It was just terrible.
It was terrible. There was no rhythm. I mean, we started off poorly. Pogba giving the ball away. They capitalized pretty well. Armstrong with a decent finish as well. We get back into the game really quickly though, and I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Like I said before last week, I don't get worried. We just get back into it straight away, and but there was something different about this one. We get back into the game, and then immediately we fell off again. And I don't know whether it's because we scored and then there was a drinks break or whatever, but the rhythm just came out of the team completely. Pogba was off, Bruno was off, Matic was poor. Wan-Bissaka missed timing challenges. Greenwood was nowhere to be found, but he's young, so I'm not really going to get onto him too tough. Lindelof was aight. Maguire was a bit iffy. Could have given away a penalty or two. Shaw was okay. Obviously, he got injured, as did Williams. And De Gea made the save when he needed to make the save.
Yeah.
So I can only look at that midfield three because we got dominated in the midfield from minute one. Like it was just comfortable for Southampton, and they're a good side. They've beaten City, they've beaten other good sides this season. So you have to always be aware of who you're playing against and how much you need to be on game. You can have off days, but for all three of them in the middle of the pitch to have off days,
we got outplayed in the middle of the park, and it's not something we've said a lot. I do agree. Obviously, we're gonna have off days, and let's be real. And we're never gonna be as scintillating best, and that happens. Do you think anything? Where do you think the blame lies with Oli in terms of this game? Because a lot of people saying substitution-wise, I know you've mentioned a few things, but like, do you think what blame would you lie on Oli's door for this, or if any, for that matter?
I don't really feel like I can blame anything on him. I know people will say that's a bit crazy because if we're being honest, a lot of people don't really want him there anyway. But
yeah.
But if we're being real honest, the midfield three was poor. Pogba and Bruno were disgraceful. So they had to come off. I'm sorry, I know they have the quality to make a difference, but they weren't making a difference. That's the point. They were poor. And I have to say, as much as I love those two and I love all the other players as well, I know they're star players, but you got to make an example. If you're poor, it doesn't mean because you're the best player in the team, you can't come off. These are not Messi and Ronaldo guys. These are players that are fantastic, but they aren't of that echelon. There's only 2 guys in world football for me that can do that. So, they had to come off. And I understood it because we're getting dominated and he wanted to make it a bit more defensively solid because we weren't solid in the game anyway. So, Fred coming on, McTominay coming on, it made sense because they were all over us with those 3 in midfield.
I was happy with those changes. I've got to be honest. I was happy. I probably would have brought McTominay on a bit earlier, actually. I thought Bruno was just... You mentioned, obviously, the midfield being poor, but Bruno, for me... I know Pogba was terrible, and we all know that. But Bruno was just breaking every attack. Basically, what Pereira was doing. Obviously, he's entitled to a bad game, and I'm not getting onto him.
Mm.
But if Pereira did that, people would be killing him. There were so many attacks that Bruno's cost us the third goal. That's if he finds the right pass, we've scored. But yeah, just moving on quickly to our next game. Do you think we'll be able to bounce back?
We have to. I think we can, but we have to. It's at Crystal Palace, right? In the league.
That's correct. Yeah.
And whether people want to admit it or not, they've actually got a couple of decent results this season. When I was back, we've seen about with Zaha and Ayu's having his best season. If you fall asleep again, they will punish you. This is the Premier League. As much as I don't really rate the league, at the end of the day, teams have quality to beat you. So we need to be on game, and those three need to turn up because you wouldn't lose games in the middle of the pitch at the end of the day. So can we win? Yes. Will we? I still think it's very much likely, but I'm not here for us to be complacent from now to the end of the season. We've got to win all the games. There's no more time to drop points. We have there is no more spaces, so no more room for error, so to speak. Anyways, as always, check out Kojo. I was gonna say Kojo Benji again, but I stopped this time. Check out Kojo's Twitter and his YouTube. 3 Midfield is absolute legend. He will be on the show tomorrow as well with myself and Benji. We'll obviously go into the game in a bit more detail. Just to finish off, I'm pretty sure I know what you're gonna say, but who is your man of the match? Oh boy, Martial, I guess.
Yeah, there's not really anyone else. Anyways, apart from that, thank you very much, and I'll catch you tomorrow.
Yes.
In a bit.